Now, this is Orlando Wilson, and what I want to talk about in this video is people sending out resumes and CVs, etc. I get people sending me resumes and CVs all the time, even though I tell people I don't want them. If you send me a resume, it's going to be deleted. It's an email from somebody I don't know that could be spam. It could be, well, it's spam. It could be a virus, whatever. It's deleted. I'm not interested. I don't open attachments. Some of the CVs, resumes I have looked at over the years, people send me their whole life story, everything, names, date of birth, addresses. I've had people send me copies of their passports, all their certificates, everything. So you're sending me an unsolicited email. You mean, what if I'm a scammer? What if I decide to steal your identity? I've had people send me their social security numbers. You have to be careful what information you're sending out to people unsolicited, because, okay, you don't know where that information's going. That could be used to steal your identity quite easily. Let me give you a story going back a number of years, to the years when people used to read newspapers. Back in UK, and I believe this was in the 1970s, a terrorist organization, an Irish terrorist organization, put an ad in a newspaper saying they were seeking former military personnel for interesting work abroad. This was a major newspaper, and of course they received lots of CVs, resumes from people, former military guys with visions of going and working as a mercenary in Africa or wherever. Most of the guys that sent in the resume CVs got letters back saying, we're impressed by your CV, we're impressed by your resume, can you just answer some questions for us? And the questions they were asked were generally about security, tactics, how you would defend a building, how you would patrol an area, etc. And of course, these guys wanted work. They were, like most people, everybody's desperate for work. So how many of these guys filled in the questionnaires, sent them back to the terrorist group? So that terrorist group, just by putting an ad in a newspaper, managed to find out a lot of information on how the British military protected locations, patrolled, operated, etc. Just by people willingly sending them information in the hopes that they were getting a job. They were scammed. Okay, think about it now. How easy would it be these days for a terrorist organization, a criminal organization, to set up a website, a Facebook page, a LinkedIn page, etc. Show a persona that they're a professional and real organization. And there's plenty of people out there doing this anyway that are not real. They're just giving a persona that they're real. Persona that they're professional security companies where they're really a bunch of muppets, but that's another video. How easy would it be for a terrorist organization to set up a website, etc., and start asking for CVs, resumes from people, and just picking their brains to find out about tactics, troop movements, troop places, etc., etc. Simple. Same for police tactics, etc., etc. Use your imagination. If you think what I'm saying is a little bit far-fetched, think about how in depth the Nigerian scammers, and I'll use Nigerian scammers because we all know what I'm talking about, even though not all Nigerians are scammers. How detailed and in depth the Nigerian scammers go just to scam people out of money. They set up, well, they give the persona that they're multimillionaires, they're giving away millions of dollars, and people fall for that all the time. People send them their personal information all the time. People send them passports all the time. People send them tens of thousands of dollars all the time. They go to great depths to put a lot of detail into their planning and preparation. That's scammers. Could a terrorist organization do the same? Very much so, easily. Especially these days when there's so many guys desperate for work. So be very careful what information you're sending out to people. Be very careful to ensure that you're sending it out to the right people. If you're contacted from somebody that wants your information, don't be polite. It's not unpolite to phone up that company to actually verify that's a real person working at that company and speak to the person to ensure that is the person that wants your information. You know what? That person that's saying they want to hire you could be somebody that sent a resume to a scammer, and that scammer is now using that person's personal details, company information, etc. to scam you. Why? Because they want your name, date of birth, social security number, passport, etc. So they can set up a whole new persona and start running up your credit. So I hope this video makes you think a little bit before you start sending out all your personal details to people, especially if it's unsolicited. Verify who you're sending information to. Do your due diligence on companies. Ensure the companies are real. And if you see a red flag, it's a red flag. Don't go taking a risk. It's very easy for people to steal your identity these days, and the next minute you're getting calls from debt collectors from a load of debt you've run up that you knew nothing about. So, little word of warning. In the meantime, follow me along on social media. I'm throwing up a lot more videos to do with close protection, kidnapping, ransom, travel security, giving out advice, guidance, and some pointers. Also check out my books, which are on Amazon, and check out our websites. There's a lot of articles up on our blogs, again, to do with various aspects of close protection, kidnapping, ransom, travel security, etc., etc. In the meantime, be good little boys and girls, and be very careful who you're sending information to online.